Turn the city down. Turn us up.
Love it different on a late night drive, that's what this is. Empty streets and smoky windows, zero need to call it bliss. Deep bass hugging every corner while the skyline turns to blur. Lo-fi hats like gentle raindrops on a world without a stir. You say promise you'll stay for the quiet, not just when it feels brand new. I say I've been driving lonely long enough to wait with you. All these night drive vibes and late night smoke, sound trends set the tone, but they never scored a scene where every fear feels less alone. Ash on your lip, you tap my hand. Say tonight we float, no need to land. Every syllable you spill out paints a mural on my plans. Am I searching for a label? I'm just leaning into this, with a gravel cover heartbeat and a slow burn kind of kiss. Love it different on a late night drive, 420 in the glow. Two hearts riding through a city only we will ever know. Blues guitar weeping, hopes revive. If my voice cracks when I say I'm yours, that's love. Hit different on a late night drive. I don't need a scripted ending for this plot to stay alive. Just your laughter and the reverb and this late night Smoky drive. Smoky drive. Smoky drive. You trace raindrops on the window, write my name and wipe it clean. Say I'm scared of how you see me, like I'm more than what I've been. I reply the way you breathe here makes the whole car feel like home. Let the hoarseness on you worth it, turn that sentence into chrome. Red eye, dashboard glow, your playlist humming low and warm, while you talk about leaving this town and kissing maybe storm. Every traffic sign feels distant, every hour loses weight. Every I don't know what happens next till somehow feels like faith. When I murmur if your doubts start talking loud, I'll turn them down. Let the line fall off the grid line like I'm tripping on the sound. If you answer with a soft right now and pull my hoodie tight, that's the love I never found in every lonely smoky night. Love it different on a late night drive, 420 in the glow. Two hearts riding through a city only we will ever know. Blues guitar weeping, hopes revive. If my voice cracks when I say I'm yours, that's love. Hit different on a late night drive. I don't need a scripted ending for this plot to stay alive. Just your laughter and the reverb and this late night Smoky drive. Smoky drive. Smoky drive. Maybe love ain't in the grand plans, it's in mistakes, it's after 12. And a weekend drive to the dawn, undisturbed you softly spell. In the ashtray full of almost, in a console full of crumbs. In the way the bass keeps rolling while our honesty just comes. So I'll keep my promise simple, I'll be here when nights are plain. When the high is just a memory and it's only you and rain. If I choose you when it's quiet, lands uneven on this ride. That's my soul rewiring autopilot so it steers us from just high. By the time the streetlights fade and morning starts to stain the clouds, we've been looping through the same song like it still deserves the crowd. Still got gravel in my register, stick our fears that sometimes die, but they feel a little smaller in this late night living drive. If you're somewhere on a back road with you, maybe more than friend, let this hook sit in your speakers while your walls start to descend. You don't need the world to name it for this feeling to arrive. You just need one honest moment, and I love that hits on a late night drive, 420 in the glow. Two hearts riding through a city only we will ever know. Blues guitar weeping, hopes revive. If my voice cracks when I say I'm yours, that's love. Hit different on a late night drive. I don't need a scripted ending for this plot to stay alive. Just your laughter and the reverb and this late night Smoky drive. Smoky drive. Smoky. Slowly midnight, night and me. Whole town quiet, we move free. Nowhere left we need to go, but somehow we still arrive, you'll see. If they ask me where love found me when I finally chose to die, I'll say hands on the wheel, your hands on mine. Love hit different on a late night drive. Cherry ash and he bless. Cherry ash on your lips, dashboard glow in your eyes. Every drag you taking slow, turn the halos in the sky. Rained out scattered on the windshield like a filter on a scene. Lo-fi hats like choir raindrops over cars and muted green. You say play that night drive mix, the one that feels like movie rain. I hit shuffle, let the bass now wash the static from your brain. Auto smoke, relax with girlfriend tag, but captions fit tonight. But no playlist, got a language for the way you hold me right. Ash hangs on your bottom lip, then drops off when you laugh. I pretend I didn't see it just to stretch this current path. I'm not looking for a moral, I'm just soaking in your face. While the city fades, the bogus spots around our little space. Cherry ash on your lips, 420 in our chest. Couple silhouettes in traffic, everything else second best. Blues keys blushing, drums in drips. If my voice shakes when I say I'm yours, blame cherry ash on your lips. I don't need a perfect sentence for my heart to get its fix. Just a smoky moving chapel and that cherry ash on your lips. You talk circles round your worries, all the ways you think you too much, too loud, too complicated. Like that isn't my favor. I just nod and let you vent and let the night absorb the sound. Then I answer with a chorus where the proof is all around. Smoke, night and love will play right now with life at overlays, but instead we got your fingers drawing shapes along my face. Every red light is an invite to say something that is true. Every green light is the universe just trusting us to move. When I tell you I feel safer in your chaos than alone, let the gravel ride the truth out like a saxophone on stone. If you swallow down a smile and hide your blush behind your sleeve, that's the moment every sad song in my phone can finally leave. Ash on your lips, 420 in our chest. Couple silhouettes in traffic, everything else second best. Blues keys blushing, drums in drips. If my voice shakes when I say I'm yours, blame cherry ash on her lips. I don't need a perfect sentence for my heart to get its fix. Just a smoky moving chapel and that cherry ash on your lips. Maybe romance isn't roses, it's a light to share the two. It's your playlist humming low while you confess what you've been through. It's my rough voice sounding softer every time I say your name. It's the way we leave this car and nothing else outside's the same. So I promise in this moment with your knees up on the seat, I will show up when it's boring, I will stay when there's not need. If I'm all in lands off rhythm on this slow and hazy beat, that's my chest dripping on feelings that are scared to fully meet. By the time the white was waking, time was some last mellow song. We've been floating in a bubble where the night feels never wrong. Still got raspberry on my vowels, still got ghosts that sometimes shout, but they quiet when your hand finds mine and squeezes all that out. If you're somewhere with your person and the world feels far and dim, let this go play like a backdrop while your focus stays on them. You don't need a pilot script for love to land and make its prints. Just a half-burned little joint and some cherry ash on their lips. Cherry ash on your lips, 420 in our chest. 420 in. Couple silhouettes in traffic, everything else second best. Loose gears blushing, drums in drips. If my voice shakes when I say I'm yours, blame cherry ash on your lips. But I don't need a perfect sentence for my heart to get its fix. Just a smoky moving charcoal and that cherry ash on your lips. Engine hums soft like a lullaby beneath the city's hiss, with that low romantic chorus stays like resin on my wish. If they ask me when I know I didn't wanna call it quits, I'll say rain on blast, slow bass, and cherry ash on your lips. Cherry ash on your lips. Yeah. You, me, and a little halo in this car. Passenger seat halo, you glowing in the dash like purple city on your cheekbones, blunt tip as I flashlight. Empty freeway like a ribbon underneath these worn out wheels. Lo-fi drums and blues are roads behind everything we feel. You kick your shoes up on the dashboard, hum along but miss the words. Say I love nights where the music's louder than my overthinking hurts. I just smile into the windshield with this gravel in my tone, cause for once my favorite therapy doesn't gotta be alone. Ash drifts out your fingers like small comets in the breeze. Every joke you drop on nothing puts my heavy mind at ease. I'm not racing any outcome, I'm just following your laugh. Let the map keep rerouting while we freestyle. Passenger seat halo, 420 in the air, 2 heartbeats in one cabin, 0 need to be elsewhere. Blues guitar, honey, bassline mellow. If my voice cracks when I say don't go, that's passenger seat halo. I don't need another heaven when this view already closed. Just a smoky midnight freeway and my passenger seat halo, halo, halo. And my passenger seat halo, halo, halo. We clown those couple playlists on the screen for being cliche, but tonight the little captions kinda hit a certain way. Late night drive with someone special, small night love across the yard. We've been living all those titles without reading from the chart. You trace letters on the window, write my name and smear it slow. Whisper promise you'll stay honest when the high decides to go. I say honesty got edges, they might scratch but they won't kill. Let the rasp wrap every syllable and hope you feel it still. When I mumble you look better than the city ever could. Let that crack the compliment land exactly where it should. If you hide your grin behind your sleeve but keep your body near, that's the kind of quiet answer that I wait all week to hear. Passenger seat halo, 420 in the air, 2 heartbeats in one cabin, 0 need to be elsewhere. Blues guitar, honey, bassline mellow. If my voice cracks when I say don't go, that's passenger seat halo. I don't need another heaven when this view already closed. Just a smoky midnight freeway and my passenger seat halo, halo, halo. And my passenger seat halo, halo, halo. Maybe love is not a firework, it's vinyl at 2 a.m. Little crackle, little chorus, all the pressure turn to dim. Where the world falls out of focus and your hoodie smells like home. Where your rough voice says I got you over every 808 in time. So I pass this next rotation like I'm passing you my fear. You take half and give it back to say it's lighter when it's here. If I need you it's all tempo on this lazy midnight track. That's just nerve inside my chest trying to catch the beat you lack. By the time the tank reads almost low and street lights start to thin, we've been driving through a movie I don't wanna see end credits in. Still got gravel in my register, still got scars beneath the shirt, but they fade into the background when your laughter does its work. If you're out there with your person making wrong turns just because, let this hook sit in your speakers while the world forgets it was. You don't need a scripted love scene for it all to feel this real. Just a half lit, half full cabin in a passenger seat halo at the wheel. Passenger seat halo, 420 in the air, 2 heartbeats in one cabin, 0 need to be elsewhere. Blues guitar, honey, bassline mellow. If my voice cracks when I say don't go, that's passenger seat halo. I don't need another heaven when this view already glows. Just a smoky midnight freeway and my passenger seat halo, and my passenger seat halo. Park slow, lights dim, but nobody grabs the door. That soft, hazy little chorus keeps us both wanting one more, wanting one more. If they ask me where I learned what being really seen is like, I'll say front seat, purple night, next to my passenger seat halo, 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 halo. Hazy hands on the wheel, your fingers laced through my own. Every lane line turning softer like the world left us alone. Neon bleeding off the buildings, purple rivers in the chrome. Lo-fi kicking, rim shot snare, turn this car into a home. You say promise if I ramble, you won't rush to fix it all. I say I ain't here to solve you, I'm just here to let you fall. On the leather, on the basslines, on the 420 and trust. On the every midnight playlist built for smoke, night and nuts. Ash flow backwards through the moon roof like our doubts leaving the scene. Every exhale write a sentence that the universe can read. We're not aiming at a label, we're just driving through this field. With your right hand on my heartbeat and your left hazy on the wheel. Hazy hands on the wheel, for the twin between two soft silhouettes in a late night screen. Blues lines glowing, time stands still and my voice breaks when I say I'm in. That's hazy hands on the wheel. I don't need a definition for the way this moment's real. Just your fingers saying don't dip yet. With hazy hands on the wheel, with hazy hands on the wheel. We ride slow through empty districts where the shop signs all go dark. Talking futures like they're mixtapes we can drop without a mark. All those late night couple smoke descriptions talk about this high, but they miss the way you breathe out when you finally stop to cry. You let tears fall in the shadows, say I hate being this deep. I say depth is where the roots are, that's the garden we can keep. Let my raps wrap around the comfort, let it vibrate off the dash, while the bassline underneath us keeps our panic from a crash. When I whisper I don't need you perfect, just present in this lane. Let that line slip off the downbeat like my fear slip from my brain. If you squeeze my hand and answer more than words could ever show, that's the chorus I've been waiting for since way too long ago. Hazy hands on the wheel, for the twin between two soft silhouettes in a late night screen. Blues lines glowing, time stands still and my voice breaks when I say I'm in. That's hazy hands on the wheel. I don't need a definition for the way this moment's real. Just your fingers saying don't dip yet. With hazy hands on the wheel, with hazy hands on the wheel. Maybe love's not in the label, it's in miles you drive and stay. In the text me when you're home that you never have to say. Cause you're riding there beside them through the neon and the rain. Cause your voice becomes a soundtrack where their heart can breathe again. So I pledge inside this cabin that I'll show up when it's slow, when the buzz is turned to tired and there's nowhere else to go. If I got you lands off tempo on this blues at 4 AM, that's my soul trying to sync up with your hazy little hymn. By the time the clock says stupid late and gas drops near the line, we've been circling the same exits just to stretch this fragile time. Still got gravel in my senses, still got storms that sometimes real, but they calm beneath the weight of your hazy hands on the wheel. If you're riding with your person in a world that's lost its chill, let this hook come in the background while your truths learn to stand still. You don't need to have it figured out for love to start to heal. You just need a quiet freeway and some hazy hands on the wheel. Hazy hands on the wheel, for the twin between two soft silhouettes in a late night screen. Blues lines glowing, time stands still and my voice breaks when I say I'm in. That's hazy hands on the wheel. I don't need a definition for the way this moment's real. Just your fingers saying don't dip yet. With hazy hands on the wheel, with hazy hands on the wheel. Fade the mix, dim the dash, let the night sink in the feel. But that rough and tender chorus keeps on turning like a reel. If they ask me when I learned that I could trust what I could feel, I'll say smoke, your touch, slow bass and hazy hands on the wheel. Yeah, hazy hands on the wheel. Yeah, hands on the wheel, your hands on mine.
Slow burn, same page your eye.
Slow burn in your eyes, same tempo as this track. Every glance a little sunrise on this endless strip of black. City hum behind the windows, purple purple scars across the sky. Lo-fi bass, a lazy heartbeat under every shared high. You rest your head against the headrest, staring nothing then at me. Say I'm scared of how good this is, like it's too much, you feel me. I exhale and let the silence sit before I let what's land. Cause some answers need the smoke to draw a shape around your hand. Asphalt soft across your jeans, little constellations there. All my never falling levels turn to mist inside this air. I'm not trying to sound clever, I'm just honest in the seat. With a crack of raspy registering feelings on repeat. Slow burn in your eyes, 420 in the cab. Two confessions in the making, one long echo in this lab. Blue scores glowing, heart replies, and my voice shakes when I say it's real. That slow burn in your eyes. I don't need to know the ending for this moment to be wise. Just a smoky loop of minutes and a slow burn in your eyes. Hey. We've been talking about nothing that's been meaning everything. From the song that always saves you to the nightmares that still sting. All those romantic chill rap 420 and mixes set the tone, but they can't catch on my pulse jumps when you grab me by the phone. You lean over just a little when the bassline dips down low. Say I'm used to being handled, not to someone letting go. I say you can drop the armor, I'm not here to win a war. Let the roughness on our promise hit the reverb on the door. When I slide I wanna be the safe place when your world misfires. Let it trip across the higher like I'm nervous about desires. If you breathe I like a pressure valve and let your shoulders drop. That's the sound of both our histories deciding not to stop. Slow burn in your eyes, 420 in the cab. Two confessions in the making, one long echo in this lab. Blue scores glowing, heart replies, and my voice shakes when I say it's real. That slow burn in your eyes. I don't need to know the ending for this moment to be wise. Just a smoky loop of minutes and a slow burn in your eyes. Yeah. Maybe love is less explosion, more a candle in a dash. More the way you let me see you without trying to be flash. More the way we split the blame lines and the blankets and the fears. More the way our messy stories sound like music in each other's ears. So I light another small one, not to run from what is true, but to sit here in the softness where the night holds me and you. If I choose you even scared, lands a little off the grid. That's my heartbeat trying desperately to match the life we hid. By the time the streetlights blink like they're about to call it quits, we've been parked in one same spot, writing chapters out of bits. Still got rasp across my vowels, still got breaks inside my voice, but they shimmer when you answer. I'm not sure, but you're my choice. If you're somewhere in the front seat with them, maybe you could trust. Let this hook float in your speakers while you sit there in the dust. You don't need a signed agreement for your love to crystallize. You just need a little courage and a slow burn in there. Slow burn in your eyes, 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 slow burn in your eyes. 420 in the cab, two confessions in the making, one long echo in the slab. Blue chords glowing, heart replies, and my voice shakes when I say it's real. That slow burn in your eyes. I don't need to know the ending for this moment to be wise. Just a smoky loop of minutes and a slow burn in your eyes. Yeah. Engine off, town asleep, we stay talking through the dawn. But that low and hazy chorus keeps on playing when it's gone. If they ask me when I knew the past had finally lost its pride, yeah, I'll say midnight car, slow bass, and a slow burn in her eyes. Slow burn in her eyes. Yeah. Just you and me in this traffic light sky. Red like green light, we don't really care tonight. City floating on the windshield like a low budget highlight. Purple halos on the hood, little embers when you drag. Lo-fi drums and blues and roads, turning worries into lag. You say drive until we're somewhere that don't look like what we know. I say we could miss our exit, that's the point, just let it go. All these 40-night drive mixes feel like trailers for the scene, but they never caught the way your silhouette cuts through the screen. Ash hangs on your bottom lip, you tap my hand and laugh it off. Every joke you throw at nothing make my heart days feel soft. I'm not hunting for a moral, I'm just honored that you're here. With your voice turned low and smoky in my midnight engineer. Late night traffic light sky, 420 in our veins, two hearts on the same slow beat. Losing track of lanes, blues guitar sighing, bassline high. If my voice shakes when I say don't leave, that's late night traffic light sky. I don't need a bigger story than this moment passing by. Just your hand on my knee under a late night traffic light sky. We roll windows down on yellow, let the cool air cut the haze. You start talking about your childhood like a film in retroglaze. Dreams in the passenger seat could have been your secret theme. Now those dreams got front row tickets in this moving little screen. You confess the times you settled, times you loved and never said. All the nights you smoked in silence just to quiet down your head. I don't interrupt your verses, I just let the bassline hold. Every crack inside your story feel like diamonds in the cold. When I tell you everything you think is too much fits in me fine. Let that ras drag through the kick drum, make it rough but make it mine. If you hide your smiling hoodie sleeves but don't pull back your touch, that's the kind of quiet answer playlist never catch us up. Late night traffic light sky, 420 in our veins, two hearts on the same slow beat. Losing track of lanes, blues guitar sighing, bassline high. If my voice shakes when I say don't leave, that's late night traffic light sky. I don't need a bigger story than this moment passing by. Just your hand on my knee under a late night traffic light sky. Maybe love is just a promise at a red that lasts too long, where you say I'll stay for quiet, not just when the beat is strong. Where the smoke between the spelling out a script we never wrote, where my name sound like a chorus when it tumbles from your throat. So I swear inside this cabin with these signals overhead, I will show up when you're honest, not just when you're dressed instead. If I got you when it's heavy, lands off tempo on the ride, that's my heartbeat tripping clumsy cause it's standing on your side. By the time the sky turns empty and the streets feel almost still, we've been orbiting the same blast like we scared to lose this thrill. Still got gravel in my vowels, still got ghosts that sometimes cry, but they quiet when your fingers trace my palm and ask me why. If you're out there with your person under neon colored air, let this hook sit in your speakers while you breathe the same soft prayer. You don't need a final answer for your worlds to unify, just some shared slow 40 breaths and a late night traffic light sky. Late night traffic light sky, 420 in our veins, two hearts on the same slow beat. Losing track of lanes, blues guitar side, bassline high. If my voice shakes when I say don't leave, that's late night traffic light sky. I don't need a bigger story than this moment passing by. Just your hand on my knee under a late night traffic light sky. Turn the key, last return, morning creeping close and slide, but that hazy little chorus still keeps hanging in my mind. If they ask me where love hit me when the world forgot to try, I'll say smoke, your laugh, deep bass, and a late night traffic light sky. And a late night traffic light sky.
Don't ask where we're going, we're already there.
Midnight passenger to the sun, you curl sideways in my seat. Bare feet on the leather, hoodie tangled at your feet. Neon city in the rearview, purple bruise along the glass. Lo-fi beat on gentle loop, makes the hours barely pass. You say careful, I'm an open book when the streetlights turn the lines. Every secret you've been saving spills like smoke between the signs. All these night drive vibes and late night smoking, so they talk. Never mention how you're breathing, sets my heartbeat to a walk. Asphalt soft across your thigh, you brush it off and grab my hand. Drawing circles on my knuckles like a language with no plan. I'm not timing how long us is, I'm just glad that you exist. In this West Coast flavor movie with your name in every twist. Hey. Midnight passenger to the sun, 420 in the dark. Two small humans in a big world, little universe in this car. Blues notes floating, doubts undone. If my voice cracks when I say stay here, that's midnight passenger to the sun. I don't need to own forever for this love to feel like one. Just your eyes reflected faintly in my midnight passenger till the sun. And my midnight passenger to the sun. We've been looping the same exits like the timeline of our mess. Talking exes, talking near miss dreams and things we won't confess. You say every time I fall it's either too fast or too late. I say maybe what we're learning is to match a softer pace than fate. Your playlist hums in low vol, some 420 soul rap mix. Deep bass rolling on the stories that we never thought we'd fix. Every title on the queue feels like chapters of the night. Night don't judge, just a little longer, 420 on my mind. When I whisper I don't mind if we get lost in the same turn. Let the rat scratch through the snare like every old bridge I had burned. If you look at me a second longer than you really need, that's your heart leaving a bookmark on a page we're scared to read. Yeah. Midnight passenger to the sun, 420 in the dark. Two small humans in a big world, little universe in this car. Blues notes floating, doubts undone. If my voice cracks when I say stay here, that's midnight passenger to the sun. I don't need to own forever for this love to feel like one. Just your eyes reflected faintly in my midnight passenger till the sun. And my midnight passenger to the sun. Maybe love is less confession, more you hungry at 3 a.m. More I'll take the long way home so we can talk again. More I'll roll if you keep driving, more I'll listen till you're clear. More I'll hold the world tonight while you finally drop your fear. So I promise in this moment with your head against the glass, I'll be here when eyes are fading and the real nights come to pass. If I'm serious hits off rhythm on this slow and smoky run, that's my chest trying to catch tempo with my midnight chosen one. By the time the skyline softens and the birds replace the bass, we've been sitting in a parking lot, afraid to leave the space. Still got gravel in my register, still got baggage in the trunk. But you laughing in my hoodie makes the future feel as strong. If you're somewhere with your person and the dawn begins to come, let this hook ride in the background while your heart's aside on some. You don't need a perfect label for your story to be spun. You just need one empty freeway and a midnight passenger to the sun. Midnight passenger to the sun, 420 in the dark. Two small humans in a big world, little universe in this car. Blues notes floating, doubts undone. If my voice cracks when I say stay here, that's midnight passenger to the sun. I don't need to own forever for this love to feel like one. Just your eyes reflected faintly in my midnight passenger to the sun. In my midnight passenger to the sun. Hey. Hey, engine off, town awake, but we still stuck in that refrain. That low and hazy little chorus playing back inside my brain. If they ask me where my guarded heart finally chose not to run, I say front seat, blunt smoke, you being my passenger to the sun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be my passenger to the sun. Sessions with you talking in my ear. Every exhale feel like proof that we survived another year. City hum like distant vinyl, purple stains on every wall. Lo-fi drums and boom bap whispers make our problems sound less tall. You kick back and say it's crazy how the night just slows me down.
How the bass can turn your panic to a soft, forgiving sound. All those late night couple smoke descriptions nailed this mellow air, but they never wrote your shadow, tracing patterns through my hair. Ash dimples in the cup, hold a little calm, it's losing speed. Every drag and no more pressure, every look of what you need. We're not fixing every issue, we're just breathing where we are. Let the 808 move gently while we float inside this car. Neon breathing sessions with you, 420 in our lungs, 2 confessions in a reverb, secrets sitting on our tongues. Blues chords glowing, fears turn true. If my voice shakes when I say I care, that's neon breathing with you. I don't need a perfect answer for the hurt we both came through, just some late night city color. And these neon sessions with you. You confess you hate your softness, always wish you cared less deep. But the world feels kinda shallow when your river try to sleep. I confess I hide my feelings till they scratch up in my throat. Turn my arm, find the gravel edges on the edge of every note. We laugh nervous at our patterns, at the way we always cope. Me with miles and you with overthinking, danger in the hole. But tonight the mix is gentle, every snare a small release. Every road's caught like a blanket saying you deserve this peace. When I tell you I feel lucky that your storms all chose my lane. Let the rasp ring through the chorus just like tire noise and rain. If you stare out through the moonroof just to hide the tear that fell, that's the universe agreeing that this moment's real as hell. Neon breathing sessions with you, 420 in our lungs, 2 confessions in a reverb, secrets sitting on our tongues. Blues chords glowing, fears turn true. If my voice shakes when I say I care, that's neon breathing with you. I don't need a perfect answer for the hurt we both came through, just some late night city color. And these neon sessions with you. Maybe healing's not a checklist, it's a playlist in your car, where you share the oxen history and the stories of your scars. Where the silence isn't awkward, it's a therapist that knows how to sit with what you're feeling while the cigarette still glows. So I vow inside this cockpit while the traffic lights change hue. I won't rush you through your process, I'll just keep breathing with you. If I'm staying, not just vibing, lands our feet in this progression. That's my heart trying to catch up to this neon breathing session. By the time the night feels heavy and the city's nearly mute, we've been tracing constellations in the ash on worn out seas. Still got gravel in our voices, still got storms we can't undo, but they soften at the edges in these neon shades of blue. If you're out there with your person, smoking slow and talking deep, let this hook live in the background while your old defenses sleep. You don't need a flawless history for your love to count as true. You just need 2 beating hearts, yeah, and some neon breathing with you. Neon breathing sessions with you, 420 in our lungs, 2 confessions in a reverb, secrets sitting on our tongues. Blues chords glowing, fears turn true. If my voice shakes when I say I care, that's neon breathing with you. I don't need a perfect answer for the hurt we both came through, just some late night city color. And these neon sessions with you, turn it down, engines fade, but the feeling doesn't move. That low and smoky little chorus keeps repeating what we prove. If they ask me how I learned that broken hearts can still renew, I'll say night drive, slow rap, smoking, neon breathing here with